Well, good morning. I'd like to welcome everyone this morning. We have several topics to cover. I want to begin with Chief Martin and Major Baker here to talk about the upcoming Coffee with a Cop event that I think is moving around the county.
Thank you, Mayor, and good morning to everyone. Yes, we will be again having our next session or event for Coffee with a Cop. And though I was the only one able to make it here today, we will be having representatives, chiefs from various other agencies. The sheriff also will be there. And so there will be more than just the LIma Police Department represented on Saturday morning, which will be from 10 to noon at the Elida Road McDonald's, 2619 Elida Road. And we look forward to having as many people come out as can. We're hoping that with it being the Christmas shopping season, that might help generate people too, because each time we have one of these, we've noticed that there are a lot of people that are what I would call walk-ins, that they're actually there because they want to get coffee and breakfast or something, and when they happen to see us, they'll stop and talk with us. But it is a good opportunity for us to get out and communicate with the public that we serve. And so, again, I would just like to encourage people to come out if they have any kind of questions, any kind of crime concerns from their neighborhood, whatever the case may be. And with that, Major Baker, did you want to say anything?
No, other than what the chief said, if people would take a minute from their busy shopping schedule, it'd be an opportunity for them to voice any concerns or just see how things are going. Just encourage people to come.
The last one was in Bluffton?
Yes, the last one was in Bluffton. We've also, this year, we were on Market Street. We were out on Shawnee Road, Northwest Street, and then Bluffton, and now this one. Also, next year, we're looking at probably moving one to Delphus as well.
Very good. Thank you. Also, Carol Bertrand is here from the Audubon Society. Carol is the Education and Publicity Chair. Come on up, Carol. And they have a special effort underway that they need some help with. Good morning.
Thank you. Every year, the Tri-Moraine Audubon Society conducts 2 Christmas bird counts within their area. Now, there are some other bird counts. I think there's one in the Vanderbilt area, and usually the Findlay area has one. These are very, very important because they set a basis for bird populations. Now, the first one occurred in 1900 at Christmas time, so this is our 115th year of compiling statistics, and this is the best record-keeping period that exists. And scientists all over the world could work 24 hours a day, and they could not possibly compile the information that we gather. So we have 2. One on the 20th will be at Indian Lake, and people will assemble there at 7:30, so the count can start at 8 o'clock. At the McDonald's. Yes, 7:30 in the morning. And that will be at the McDonald's in Russell's Point. And then on the 21st, we'll do the one for Grand Lake St. Mary's, and that will meet at the McDonald's, at the mall, at the, I have to think, that's the confluence of, yes, State Route 29 and US 33 in St. Mary's. And they get together so they can kind of plan what they're going to do, and then they'll be ready to start counting at 8 o'clock. Now, a count has to be in an official count circle, which is a 15-mile diameter circle. And people can even participate if they don't want to do the strict count. They can participate by doing their feeder watching that same day, but it must be within that circle. And the reason they do that is because then you have consistency when you have your statistics throughout the years. We do need all counters we can get. If you're not really experienced, they will pair you with an experienced birder, as we call it. They will flock together, and that way the new one will learn something, and the older one can have a good opportunity to teach a new one. So we would appreciate any help that we can get with this. And if you want to talk to our chairman, who is Eric Juderbach, you can contact him at 216-905-8909, or you can email him at Juderbach, and that's JUTERBOCK .1@osu.edu. I think that's it.
So if someone shows up at those times, how much time are they committing to participate?
Okay, we have to have an official count, you have to have 8 hours, but the individual observer does not have to work the full 8 hours. They can come in if they have 2 hours, 4 hours, whatever, and they have to take off. But someone in that group, they have to be there for a complete 8-hour
8
period,
hours.
or it doesn't count. Right. You might be interested to know that last year there were over 63,000 counters and in roughly 22,000 locations. And this is in North America, the Caribbean, the South America, and also some of the Pacific Islands. So it's kind of interesting. The very first count on Christmas Day in 1900, they had 27 counters and 25 locations. And in Alaska one year, which is just interesting, out of 8 hours, they got 1 bird,
Yep.
ptarmigan. So that makes it kind of interesting. So, and last year at Indian Lake, for the first time that Eric has led this team, they got a northern shrike, which was very, very different.
So it's not just counting, there's some that you need to be able to identify the bird.
Yes, you have to be able to identify, but you'll have people there, and Eric can give you full details, or you could pick up one of our newsletters that gives a lot more information at the public library here if people were out and wanted to do that, or they can go to our website. Tri-Moraine has a website, www.trimoraineaudubon.org, or we also have a Facebook page.
Very good. Thank you, Carol.
Thank you.
Hope you get lots of volunteers.
Well, I hope so. We got 2, great. From this.
Terrific. Chief Black is here with members of the fire department with information on the upcoming test date. You might want to move your collar down. There you go.
Good morning, everybody. I'm here to announce that the LIma Fire Department, on behalf of the LIma Civil Service Board, will be holding an entry-level firefighter exam. The exam will be January 10th on a Saturday at 9 o'clock in the morning at the Veterans Memorial Civic Center. There'll be no admittance to the exam hall prior to 8:45 in the morning. Deadline for the applications for the exam is Monday, December 29th. All applications will need to be turned in to the LIma Civil Service Board office by 4 p.m. on the 29th of December. You may be able to pick up your applications here at the municipal building between 8 and 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the evening, Monday through Friday. Or you can pick the applications up at the Civil Service Board office, which is at 212 North Elizabeth Street on the 2nd floor between 8 and 4, Monday through Friday. All applications, the requirements for the job, you must be between the ages of 18 and 35 at the time of appointment. There's a requirement to take the test. You need to have a high school diploma or GED. And you need to have a valid Ohio driver's license. The fire department will be holding an informational session on Monday, December 22nd at 6 o'clock in the evening at the Cambridge Center, which is at 418 North Central. The informational session will last approximately 2 hours, and at that time, anybody that's really interested in the job can ask us questions, and we'll be giving out information on exactly what the job description of firefighter is and the requirements and education and training requirements that you will have to receive once you're hired. The position of firefighter does have a firefighter level 2 certification requirement and a paramedic requirement that has just been approved in the new contract that was approved by City Council on Monday night. You do not need to have those certifications, though, to take the test. All you need to have is your high school diploma and your Ohio driver's license. If you do not have those certifications, the department will send you to school to obtain those certifications. Right now I have firefighter Justin Orfel here. He's a firefighter medic with the department. He is one of our new hires that we just hired in January of this year. And he will give you guys a little overview of his job, of what he does at work.
Like you said,
Did you know this was going to be part of your job?
I tried to get out of it, but you couldn't. I'm Justin Orfel. I'm one of the newer firefighters here at City of Lima. A little bit of what we do, since we provide 24-hour EMS and fire protection with the city. We go in at 7 a.m., we leave 7 a.m. the next day. During the day, what we do is we train to hopefully hone in our skills and to better ourselves, just in case what would happen or what if that situation would happen. We also, since it's a home away from home pretty much, we do housework. We try to keep everything clean and tidied. We do try to do our own in-house repairs on things that would happen that need maintenance or anything like that. And it's great to have the opportunity to give the service to the city of Lima and the residents here, and to be able to provide that highest level of care that we can on all the medical calls that we do. So if you have any further questions, call him.
Yeah, if the public has any questions, my phone number is area code 419-221-5157. That is my office phone. So that's a direct line to my office. If you have any questions, you can call me there. I do have voicemail, and you can leave a voicemail message if I'm not in the office at the time. We do have city email, and my email address is Bruce, BRUCE.black, BLACK at cityhall.lima.oh.us. And if you email me and you're out of town and would like a application emailed to you, I can email an application to anybody.
Very good. Thank you very much. Lastly, City Finance Director Steve Cleaves has some information regarding city finances and the bond rating, which we've just been issued for debt that we're seeking for our combined sewer projects.
Yes, good morning. Glad to be here this morning, and also to report that the city administration presented to the Standard & Poor's, a rating agency, in November for the purpose of confirming our strong bond rating in the utility area. The presentation covered the demographics of the city, the economic events and development in the city, the past and going forward, financial strength of both water and sewer funds and also of the general fund. All these factors contributed to the results. Also, very important component is the strength of the administrative staff of the city and the success they've had in presenting the improved strength of all the funds in the city over the past several years. The bonds that we were obtaining the rating for are for the city's wastewater treatment activities. The proceeds from these bonds in the amount of just over $16 million will cover an initial phase of work required to the Lima sewer system in conjunction with a long-term control plan to separate our stormwater from our sewage in the city and prevent overflows into the Ottawa, to reduce those to a minimum amount. The rating we received was A+, and it was A+ stable. Some of the strengths that the agency cited were We have a stable and diverse customer base. We've maintained a very good coverage ratio. That's the ability of the city to make its debt payments over time as a percentage of our income and cash balances. And also the fact that our rates in the utilities area are low for the region and for the state of Ohio, and that the city has the flexibility and the ability to review those rates regularly and adjust them as needed going forward. This rating will really facilitate our massive capital spending program that's required in the sewer area. It'll be over $100 million over time. We accelerated this review to take advantage of low interest rates. I have a chart here that shows what the interest rates have been over a very long period of time, way back to the 1800s to current. The rates now are at a historic rate level of in the 3% range. That's only happened one other time in the history of the country, and that was during the Great Depression in the 30s. So we made an effort to get the rating completed and the bonds issued as soon as possible to take advantage of these low rates. And that is going to save us a lot of money in interest payments over time. I would say as compared to a normal rate structure at this time, if we had postponed this and rates had went up to a more normal range of approaching 4 or 5%, it would have cost us an additional $10 million or so just for these initial phases. So it's really important that we got this done in a hurry and had those bonds issued. We received again, an A+ stable rating. The interest rate on the bonds are under about 3.95%, which is a very good rating for a very good rate for the A+ stable rating. So we will continue to monitor the utilities area finances and the general fund. It's extremely important that we keep the city on a stable financial course and keep those interest rates low, because we have some very large borrowings facing us over the next 10, 20-year period.
Thanks, Steve. The work to get prepared for the meeting in Chicago took a good 2 months in advance of it, and lots of information had to be compiled and presented. So appreciate all the work in the finance office, the utilities office, and the auditor's office. It was a good team effort. That's all that we have for this morning, so we'll break down for interviews. Thank you.